Okay. Awesome. Uh, True story. Other day, I got a call from, let's just say, one of the largest speedlight makers out there in the world. He's the head honcho. I'm not going to say which. And then I was talking about all these people that were complaining about Fuji X-T2 and lack of TTL options. And Fuji is delayed like about a month and a half, according to Fuji rumors, on their EF X500. And he goes way back in photography, and so do I. And we were both kind of laughing at the notion. We were both saying the same thing. We were laughing at the notion that all these people are pissing and whining about TTL flash photography. Even though I am not fond, let's say I'm not friends with, definitely, the person that runs Strobist, he made a video, and he's kind of a famous guy in his own little right. However, I've got about 100 more light mods than he does. He said the same thing in a video. He's like, don't be slave to TTL because you're locked in to someone's proprietary TTL communications unless someone backwards engineers it, which someone always does backwards engineer it. Don't be a slave to that. I mean, the amount of time that you need instances, photojournalism, wedding receptions, that you truly actually need TTL, and even then I can get by without it. If I know my distance, all I have to do is press a button and change my flash output, and I know I've nailed it. I have the dynamic range and the latitude to change anything as I see fit. And many times automatic mode, there's a little sensor on the front of most speed lights made in the past 25 years that actually quenches the flash when it sees a certain amount of reflectivity off the subject. There are many times that automatic works better than TTL. Anyway, we were both laughing at how wimpy photographers have gotten. And listen, there is not a lack of options. All these people out there on these boards I've been watching, they're talking about one speed light, off-brand speed light that I won't mention. Not right now anyway. And oh my god, it works TTL on the X-T1, but it needs a firmware update for TTL on the X-T2. And people are like, oh god, Fuji, where are you on the speedlight options? You see this old Nikon speedlight? I've got like 26 of these things. 26, yeah. Of various flavors and speeds. SB800s, SB900s, 910s, SB28s, which is what this is. They will all work on your Fuji X-T2. All of them! There is a big silver pin on top of every hot shoe. Canon, Nikon, Fuji, Sony, everybody. And that is a trip pin. It's a signal to just fire. It doesn't send bi-directional communication like the other pins do. No, it's just a signal to fire. Any radio receivers, any flash, speedlight, off-brand, weird brand, old brand, new brand, Nikon brand, Canon, they will all work on your Fuji. I don't use speedlights on a hot shoe of a camera because that's the worst lighting. Use radio triggers, Pocket Wizards, or the Flash Q triggers. They all work. I just got done uploading a video showing you that I can do high-speed burst photography using this old-ass Nikon with a Fuji. The only thing I need is a radio receiver to keep up as far as the transmission, which is fire, 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 fire. Works fine. Perfect for photojournalism, by the way. You know what studio strobes have in common? Is that there's no such thing as a Canon studio strobe or a Nikon studio strobe, and there are no TTL functions on them. And this is another reason why anybody that says you don't need a light meter is a moron and a dumbass. I saw the most popular photography channel about 4 or 5 months ago say, it irks me when I see people use light meters. That's throwback technology. When someone says that, all they do is writing idiot right across their forehead. If somebody says something that stupid, they're just writing idiot across. Yeah, you have to know it for lighting ratios. You have to have a light meter. You sit there chipping on the back of your camera and you look like a moron. You know, this Digibee, which is that and all my other Pulse buff units, these are the best things in the world for professional lighting. And they are not designed either for TTL or Canon or Nikon or Fuji or Sony. They're designed to throw serious light using an octabox, using a softbox, using long throw reflectors, all sorts of freaky deaky mods that will actually fit on the front of this. By the way, this has really powerful LED illumination. You could just use this, the LED illumination alone, on your for your indoor photography. There's true WYSIWYG illumination, if ever there was any. What you see is what you get. You are not limited with the Fuji system. Fuji's coming out with a TTL and high-speed sync flash option for their X-T2, the EFX 500. It'll be out. In the meantime, buy yourself a cheap-ass Nikon speedlight, and you should have already had the wireless triggers, and shoot until your heart's content. You know, shoot until your eyeballs are blinded from the flash. Because your Fuji is completely capable to do all sorts of... Stop talking about TTL and high-speed sync. I know what high-speed sync is necessary for, okay? I know it. By the way, this is the important reason why all the hardcore pros love the Fuji X100T. The X100T was discontinued today, according to Fuji rumors. We knew that the X100F was rolling out at the beginning of next year, so the X100T has been marked as discontinued. That's no surprise. But you're not limited on any of your options for shooting your Fuji X-T2 for studio strobe or speedlight use. You are not limited. Get this TTL bug. I mean, that's like saying, you know, oh, I've got this wonderful new camera, but the program mode on it doesn't work. You know, I can only shoot in aperture priority or shutter priority or manual. You know, any professional photographer is like, oh, that's good. You know, did you get the camera at a discount because it's broken in program mode? Yeah, I got it half off. You know what you're actually paying for to get TTL and high-speed sync flash photography? You're paying basically a $300 premium for that one stupid feature. Or two, HSS and TTL. Over just a really good regular Luma Pro, for example, which is like $140. Yeah. You tack on another $300. The only thing extra you are getting for $300 on that speedlight that Fuji is rolling out is high-speed sync and TTL. That's it. That has nothing to do with the construction. It just has to do with the signal processing and bidirectional communication with the camera on the hot shoe. You are paying $300 for firmware. You are paying $300 for firmware. And that's true whether it's Fujifilm or Sony or Nikon. You are paying on average $300 for nothing. We're going to program into this new speedlight firmware that lets you do TTL and high-speed sync. How much extra should we charge for that, since it doesn't cost anything extra to produce the speedlight or build it or anything? We're going to charge $300 for that feature. Do you understand that? Does that connect? You're paying $300 more for something that has nothing to do with the time, the cost, etc. of building that speedlight. That is what you're paying. That's the premium you're paying for TTL. That's why a lot of professionals don't give a shit about TTL flash photography. They don't. They have some for when it's necessitatively required for some fast action photojournalistic work and some event photography. Otherwise, they don't give a crap about TTL or high-speed sync. Yep. Undeniable. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.